Did you know that you can give money to people using gift cards? First, get yourself a nice little gift wrapping station. Click on it and click money, and then you can enter the amount that you want to give. You cannot give to anyone more than $5,000. Once you enter your amount, click continue. Once the gift card's done, you can give it to someone. When they click on it, they can either read the tag or they can take it or open it. So if you open it, $5,000 in my bank account. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I'll be sharing 20 Bloxburg secrets I bet you didn't know. If you ever get struck by lightning, you'll get this fun little trophy. Not many people have this trophy because it is really extremely rare for you to get struck by lightning. I'm gonna keep my server in like thunderstorm weather throughout the whole video because I really want to get struck by lightning and get this trophy. If your house ever gets reported, which I don't know what you would do to your house to get it reported, but if it does, you might see something like this when you spawn in your house. This is like really rare. I've never seen this in any of the servers that I've been in. So you're in a public server and you're so annoyed with being so popular and people inviting you to parties left and right. What you're gonna do is click settings, click options, see where it says who can invite, and then you can change it from like everyone to just your friends or to no one else. That way you don't have to get that annoying little pop-up message when other people throw a party anymore. Let's say you're getting bored of your plot, you're done with it, you're over it, and you want to bulldoze it, right? You would click bulldoze plot. Normally you would just click continue, but if you click options, there are certain things where you can click it and it says keep, and it won't delete those things when you bulldoze. So you just click it and you can keep as many things as you want or delete as many things as you want. This is a really cool feature. However, I wish there was a feature where you can like bulldoze half of your plot and keep half of your plot. Like from grid 10 to 30, everything there is keep, and then everything from like 30 to 50 is delete. So you're building and you're taking really long to build. You're like pressing all these buttons on the side and you're pressing all these buttons down here, and it's taking way too long. It's really annoying. There are actually certain hotkeys, so you don't have to like come over here and click these buttons or these buttons down here every single time. If you want to delete something, you can click G. If you want to copy something, you can always click C. And if you want to paint something, click F. Let's just delete this. And if you want to undo, you can click Control Z. And control is for both Mac and PC. And if you want to redo, you can click Control Y. If you want to toggle the grid size of these little grids, you can click J and then J again and then J again. And you can toggle between the 3 different grid sizes. If you want to go up a floor, you can click page up. And if you want to go down a floor, you can click page down. If you have advanced placing and want to toggle that, you can click K. If you want to toggle roofs on and off, you can click U. If you want to toggle the scale tool, you can click V. If you want to toggle the transform tool, you can click T. If you want to toggle your build mode time, you can click B. And if you're using anything with the custom placement, instead of clicking down here from standard placement to custom placement, you can just click T. And you can change that to custom placement. Since there's so many hotkeys, if you ever forget them, you can always hover over the button and then it'll tell you which hotkey it is. If most players are asleep in your server, the time will go faster. So right now, every minute is moving per second, but if I go to sleep and I'm the only person in my server, time will go much faster. I just realized you can't even see my head. But this feature is really good for role plays if you don't want to sleep for too long because, you know, it's boring. So the default for when you invite someone to your family is guests, but what if you want to give them like roommate or even co-owner permissions? And no worries, just click permissions and family, go to the very bottom where it says family permission, and there's this drop down menu where you can change your family permission so when you invite them, they can be a guest or roommate or co-owner, whatever you want them to. You can even have your family permissions be blocked if you really wanted to, if you want to like invite people to your family just for them to be blocked. You see these little E buttons everywhere and you're like, I'm already a pro, like I don't need these E buttons, I know how the game works. No worries, because once again, click settings, click options, see down here it says show interactive tooltip, and just turn it off and you're good to go. It's that easy. And look at that, the E buttons are now all gone. Obviously you can still interact with the items. You can click on the item or you can just like click E like you normally would and you can still interact. So we all know that if you're the owner of a neighborhood or have co-owner on a neighborhood, you can click Shift P to go into free cam. But this free cam mode sometimes is really fast. Like sometimes I want to take a good shot of this tree in a certain angle and then it like moves all over the place. But what you can do is you can click Shift and then click WASD, and that way you go much slower. Without shift, with shift. Without shift, with shift. And this is also really good for any slow-mo shots that you want to do for like any Bloxburg movie you're doing or whatever. Speaking of free cam mode, if you ever go under the map, you can see a lot of things that you never thought you would see. Like here you see this big semicircle and you're like, oh, what the heck is this? You go up and you see, oh, it's a tunnel. And then you'll also see this big stick coming down. That is basically the mine for the miner job. You can also free cam inside the hill. This is the tunnel to the other side of the map where little coeptus is down there. This next secret I found recently, but kind of by the gas station by the hill, there is this little hut over here. And if you go to the dude and you click on them, there are certain things you can buy, which I just never knew. I'm pretty sure this is just in the winter because these are all like winter items like sleds and hot chocolates, but this is just really cool. I never knew. While I'm in my car, driving forwards in any car in Bloxburg is much faster than driving backwards in any car. I'm gonna do a little test for you guys. So I'm gonna drive from here and then come out here driving forward. 3, 2, 1. And stop. It took me around like 8 seconds. And then we're gonna drive backwards from here all the way back out there and see how long it takes. Go. Oh, I don't know if I can drive backwards. Oh god, it's already much slower. Okay, this is gonna take a while. And stop. This took me around like 23 seconds. So it is significantly slower. It's basically 3 times as slow. So I'm here at BFF Supermarket, and from what I know, BFF in real life stands for Best Friends Forever, right? In Bloxburg, that's not the case. But what does BFF stand for though? So I did a little bit of research, and if you walk inside, and you go over here, look at this little sign. It says, "Welcome to Bloxburg Fresh Foods." A Bloxburg Fresh is BFF. That makes so much sense. But it's such like a tiny little sign. I've never knew, and I know that most of you don't know as well. If you ever seen this giant shell trophy and you're like, that's a really, really cool trophy, I really want it. How do I get it? Well, don't worry, because I'm gonna tell you right now. So you go in the ocean, because ocean, shell, makes sense. You swim over here to like this little dent area. It's like the first dent right by this little woodcutter spot. So once you're here, swim under and you'll see this shell. You might have to wait a few minutes. Mine is right here, so I'm just gonna grab it, take, click take. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my gosh, stop with me. I can't take. Ah! Take. Whoa! New item found, a giant seashell. Oh my gosh. And then a giant seashell will be added to your inventory, and you'll also get this giant shell trophy, which I already have, which is why I don't have that pop-up message. If you own a neighborhood and it's winter times, right now my grass is green, but if you click options, click weather, and click snow, it's gonna snow in the summer. And I just thought it was really funny and really cool. So you wanna make a snowman, click make snowman, and you walk around with it, right? You jump, the snowball jumps with you, and I just thought it was really funny that like he makes this little like snow trail of jumps. What is wrong with my right arm? It's like going through my body in weird ways. I'm sure you've all seen this pop-up message of your car being towed, and it's really, really annoying. But if you park your car where it's supposed to be, in the parking spot, it doesn't get towed. Oh my gosh, mind-blowing. It doesn't have to be like in a parking spot like this, but it just has to be like within the area. Like you can park it sideways among like these 3 parking spots. If you're ever swimming in the ocean or just any pool, if you go under the water and your vision is also under the water, it's slightly blurry. Anything closer will be clearer, anything further will be more blurry. And I just thought this was like a really cool attention to detail that many people may not have noticed. So right now as a teenager, my head size goes down to like 2/3 of my jacket, right? But if I turn into a toddler, my hair goes all the way down to the bottom of my jacket, which also means that I have a big head for a toddler. Let me know which secret was your favorite and click here to subscribe, then click here for more Bloxburg tips and tricks. Hope to see you there.